somehow on Earth, I've actually body recomped as an experienced lifter of 2 years. 2 whole years, by the way. And I've body recomped. Every single bodybuilder, every single, Renaissance periodization, Jeff Nippert, all these like science-based motherfuckers will tell you that you can't gain muscle and lose fat at the same time as an experienced lifter. I believe you can. And since I'm 15, I was like, you know what? I'm 15 years old. Let's pull this shit off. I probably can. I'm literally 15 years old. I'm at I'm priming right now. My testosterone is only increasing and increasing and increasing. My growth hormone is only skyrocketing. And I think that I can still do it. And so I tried. I tried like Jeff Nippert or whatever the fuck protocol. What they said to do. Kind of. And I tried it. But to my own twist. So what I did was I just ate way more than needed protein. I ate so my body weight is about 165. But I ate 210 grams of protein per day. 210, which is like 1.3 or 1.4 grams per pound of body weight, something like that. And so when I ate this much protein is very thermogenic. You're only going to get about maybe half the calories from protein rather than actually using it. And so when I eat more protein, my body's more satiated, yet it's not actually getting as many calories as it thinks. It can only break down so much protein into my muscles, and then it has to start using some of that protein for actual gluconeogenesis, which basically means using amino acids as fuel. But when that happens, it takes up energy by itself, just making energy. It takes energy to make energy. And so when I boosted my protein intake, I boosted how much calories I was burning. I kept my fat high for my hormones, because you need very good testosterone, you need very high hormones if you want a body recomp. You can't gain muscle and lose fat at the same time unless you're on steroids if you have low testosterone. It just doesn't work. And so I kept my carbs relatively low, from 50 to maybe 100 grams. Just a couple of tablespoons or something of honey before a workout, just relatively low. And that goes against a lot of bodybuilding shit, because they say, oh yeah, carbs, neglect fats when you're trying to body recomp and cut down. And bro, if you want to be an actual healthy human, if you want to be evolutionarily consistent, I would not go high carb. If you want to have some good ass hormones and actually be able to pull it off, I would go with low carb. Straight up just low carb. I'm actually going back in carnivore very soon. But I didn't just do the diet and then kept everything else the same. I also switched up my training. Obviously, I can't recover from as much training. Yes, I'm eating a lot of protein, but calories is also a factor. And so I was eating at a slight calorie deficit, not much, not too much. But, I was still in a calorie deficit. And I had to kind of up my training, but also down it at the same time. So what I did was I lowered my volume of training. I basically went from 5-6 days a week to 3 days a week. I know it doesn't sound like much, but I upped the intensity a lot. So my body was more primed in that moment to muscle protein synthesis building muscle, but also at the same time of that, I gave it a lot of rest, and all my calories that I was eating can actually be put to use into my muscles rather than just being let out. You know what I mean? So when I did this, the slight calorie deficit, I did a lot of intermittent fasting as well, by the way. The intermittent fasting, OSAMAD, whatever you want to call it, with the slight calorie deficit, with the super high protein, with the intense but low volume style training. My body adapted. My body adapted quite fast, actually. And then as the days goes on, I'm looking in the mirrors and I'm getting leaner. But I'm also noticing my arms are actually looking a little bit bigger. My chest actually is like getting some size to it. My back is looking shredded. And my legs actually seem like they're getting muscle. Win-win. That's how I successfully body recomped. Some supplements that I've been taking to help my body recomp, my daily men's fill. Like I said in my last video, my daily men's fill. Basically, any vitamins and minerals that I'm not getting from my food because I'm eating at a slight calorie deficit. I'm not eating enough fat and carbs to get all of my essential nutrients in, so it kind of replaces it. Then I went back on Cistanche tubulosa. Basically, it boosts your testosterone a lot, and I'm definitely gonna say that it helped. I'm not just gonna neglect that. Dude, I'm so thirsty. Let me cure your dopamine system. Okay, I have water. Your dopamine system is cured. Now you're not a little Jeffrey. Dude, I am so thirsty this morning. I don't know what is wrong with my voice. I really have no idea. Alright, so the people who have actually made it this far into the video and who have actually sat through watching me drink some water and watching me lose my absolute mind because of, I don't know, and lose my absolute voice because I don't know. I'm going to give you a little secret bonus. If you want to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, dude, sprinting right after your workout or in between like sets will boost your human growth hormone out of this world. And even if you're in a calorie deficit, the calorie deficit makes it so that your human growth hormone is lower. Well, because why would you grow if you don't have enough why would you grow if you don't have enough nutrients? You won't. But if you increase your human growth hormone, telling your body, hey, we need to grow, I don't care how many calories you have, we need to grow, you're going to grow muscle. And so sprinting in between sets, sprinting right after the workout will increase your human growth hormone while your body is saying, oh, this muscle needs growth, this muscle is getting hypertrophy. You boost your human growth hormone, and you're going to boost the hypertrophy of that muscle, even if you're on a calorie deficit. Dude, sprinting literally carried my ass through this whole thing. So if you want a body recomp, eat a shitload of protein, start sprinting, eat at a slight calorie deficit, not too low, definitely not too low, but not at a calorie surplus, because then you're just going to be bulking at that point. And yeah, I would up the intensity of your workouts. not the volume. If anything, I'll actually lower the volume. So thank you for watching. If you've actually made it as far, comment water. Oh my lord. Just so I know that you've made it as far. Don't suffer from regret. Oh my lord. Don't suffer from regret. Don't suffer from regret, but suffer from the hard work of discipline. Mwah!